And welcome back, everybody. We had a little bit of technical difficulties with the Wi-Fi and the internet out here at Brookstone, but we've got it figured out, we believe. And you'll get to watch the last couple of innings of action here. Still a tight ball game, 2-1 Brookstone with the lead. As Brendan Neal came in the top half of the fifth with Calvary at the plate. Had an E6 with a runner on board and nobody out, and Brendan Neal came out to stop any kind of bleeding that would have went on, and Harrison Baker lines one out to left field for a base hit here with one out in the fifth. Off the arm of Stone. Second base hit of the ball game for Harrison Baker as he moves to 2 for 3. Again, Brendan Neal moving in relief of Luke Lowry in the fifth inning. So Luke Lowry went 4 innings plus, giving up just 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, but he did hit 3 batters and had 2 strikeouts. As Brendan Neal came in the fifth and struck out 2 and then coached the ground out over to first base to end the inning. And now we're in the bottom half, and Luke Lowry started off the inning with a strikeout swinging. And the breaking ball to Luke Vail falls in for a strike to make it 0-1 as Harrison Baker came up second in the inning with that base hit you just saw. 5th hit of the ball game for the Brookstone Cougars. And another breaking ball. This one skied in the air. It's going to go out of play. Back here behind us at the press box over towards the concessions. And it's now 0-2 to the Brookstone second baseman now as he moved over to second with the pitching change. So defensively for Brookstone now, it's going to be Brendan Neal on the mound. Mitchum Kelly went from second to short. Luke Vail from first to second. Luke Lowry from pitcher's mound to first. Waste pitch that time. Sails high above the head of Vail. And it's now a 1-2 count. Still ahead of the count is Stone here with 1 down and a runner at first. Trying to keep it a 2-1 ball game. They've got 6 outs to go offensively to try to at least knock this one up in game 1 of the playoffs. And that one's going to get hit out to short. Backhanded by Cam Carter. Unable to come up with it cleanly, but he still makes the play on the lead runner, Baker. Did a good job of staying with it. Did the 8th grader that time for the second out of the inning. And that's going to make it a fielder's choice as Luke Vail reaches first on that one. And with 2 down here in the bottom half of the fifth, that's going to bring up the sophomore designated hitter Fisher Ogle. But actually, we're going to get a pinch hitter in the ball game for Ogle. It's going to be Ben Ivy stepping up to the plate to hit from the left side to pinch hit for Fisher Ogle.
We will not be denied, and I want to say this. Shout out to old school 4G because we were on 5G. It could not be any better internet. 5 bars from AT&T, the best of all streaming MiFis. And there's a swing. Oh, foul tip, strike 2, Mike. And yet we pull out the old school 4G. And the thing is, there's so many people here in the valley we're in. Nobody has 4G anymore. Yep, that's old school. So old school internet is letting us stream. Shout out to old school.
We were going to figure it out one way or the other.
I wasn't going to be denied, man. Mazzani wasn't either. We were not going to be denied. We were going to get this stream up for you. Even if you left 30 billion comments telling me how bad the stream was, we still were going to get it up for you.
Tell us how terrible we are, and then we'll still get it up there for you. But now it's a 1-2 count to Ivy. And that one just off the corner that time by Ogle.
He that one strike all game, Mike.
He's had a little bit of a pretty good strike zone, pretty good size strike zone for a pitcher, but watch that one sail by Ivy. Either way, with 2 strikes, you don't want to watch that one that close. So we'll see what Ivy does here with swing and a miss. We're going to get strike 3, and that's going to set Ivy down to end the 5th inning.
Stone's really settled in very calmly here, man. He's looking good, and we knew we were going to have a pitcher's duel.
Yep, 4 strikeouts now for Stone in the day. We'll get ready to head to the top of the 6th now with Brendan Neal back on the mound for Brookstone.
We'll stay right here because I don't think anyone knew that Brendan Neal came on the mound. And I think Coach Mathis' mindset is we got to go up 1-0.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you have a guy, your horse, in the bullpen and can pull him out at any time. And I think right now, for one, you know you can use him in Game 3 if you need it. You don't have to use him too long here. But you want to go up 1-0.
Oh,
you don't want to go down 0-1. And I feel like he knows this is almost kind of a must-win for the home team.
Well, we saw this earlier in the year when there was a 3-game set with Calvary in the regular season. Brendan Neal came in late in the ball game in all 3 games. sometimes throwing 2 innings. Usually we only see him coming in the 6th or the 7th. But this time coming in the 5th, is leading off the 5th inning. Yeah, Jay Smith reached base on the error, so that put him on board. Calvary just down 1, Brookstone with the lead. But with nobody out, Coach Mathis didn't want to take any chances and decided to bring Neal in the ball game with his live arm and try to set down. And it worked in the 5th as he got the next 3 guys out in order to nullify that error in that base runner. But now he'll come back out here in the 6th inning. Let's see if he can try to go all 3 innings. I'm not sure if he's thrown 3 innings in a ball game all season in relief. As we've got 3, 4, 5 due up for Calvary here in the 6th inning. They're down to their last 6 outs, just down a run here. So it just takes a couple of timely hits, maybe a couple of seeing eye grounders or a Texas leaguer here and there to try and get him in the ball game. And Jackson Kennedy, the catcher, will look to lead things off. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st and then popped out to the first baseman in the 3rd. And he's going to hit that one back into the screen to make it an 0-1 count. The key thing with Brendan Neal is you're going to have to time that fastball. He throws it in the low 90s. So you have to time it up and hope he doesn't try to go to the off-speed pitch like he did right there with the slider. And waving at that one out in front was Kennedy, puts him in the hole 0-2. See if he comes back with the high heat, give him a chase. That time out of the zone with the slider, but 0-2 pitch, you're going to try to throw it outside of the zone. Worst thing as a pitching coach is to watch your pitcher give up a base hit with 2 strikes and no balls. And that one's going to be hit out to third base. Coming up with it is Jake Lowry to throw to first. Is going to be in time. As it looked like Kennedy kind of slowed down, worried about running into the first baseman. But a good play from his hind end that time was Jake Lowry. And he'll get the first out of the 6th inning for William Hilton to step to the plate with nobody on and 1 down. Hilton 1 for 2 in the ball game. Lined out to Mitchum Kelly in short right center field as he dove out for that one in the 1st. And then got a base hit to right his last time up, ended up being stranded at 3rd in the 4th inning. And he'll take the first pitch from Brendan Neal high and tight for a 1-0 count. Foul tip off the mid of Gray Jones. Evens it up 1-1 for the Calvary cleanup hitter. In the dirt down low. 2-1 now. And he's got a little defensive swing that time as that one broke in towards him over in the left box and fouls it off the screen to even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You see out in center field, Jake Griffin shaded a little bit towards left, expecting Hilton to try to maybe go the other way with it. And he does on that time, a little grounder that time to Jake Lowry. Charges in, makes a throw a little bit high, too high for Luke. But backing up over there was Luke Vale as it went off the screen, and that's going to be an E5 that puts Hilton over at first base. Second error of the ball game defensively for the Cougars. And that'll bring up Liam Hokut, the 5-hole hitter. 0 for 1 in the ball game, grounded out to Jake Lowry in the 2nd and was hit by a pitch and stranded in the 4th. And you see Coach Smith calling time, coming in to have a conversation with Hokut to make sure they're on the right page as far as strategy goes here against Neal. You won't see Neal make too many throws over to first base as he kind of just focuses on the hitter, just throws the heat and expects to try to get the out. And we'll actually get a courtesy runner, a pinch runner in the ball game for Hilton. And it looks like that's going to be Jackson Samra. Number 5 will come out to run for Hilton. Get a little bit more athleticism out on the base pass, a little more speed. Let's see if Coach Steve Smith tries to send him at some point in this at-bat with Hokut at the plate. And that one crosses the knees. Hokut doesn't agree with it, steps outside to try to calm it down. You see the umpire going to have a conversation with him. As his instant reaction was, come on, man. And if I was John Boy, I'd be able to read lips, but I can't. Breaking ball, cross the knees. Again, another one that he's not agreeable with, as well as the Calvary dugout. And now Hokut in the hole, 0-2. See if Neal stays down there and gets him to chase. And he does, but fouled off that time by Hokut to stay alive and spoils a good pitch. 0-2 count with one down. Here in the top of the sixth, you've got a runner at first in Jackson Samra. And a little toss over to first base. A little get-me overthrow. As you've got, again, Mr. Clutch on deck for Calvary and Liam Anderson if they can get another runner on. Taking off for second base is Samra. He's going to slide in safely. So you get the stolen base, but also there's a strikeout on the off-speed pitch. Hokut goes down. And that gives us 2 outs here in the 6th inning, but that brings up Liam Anderson, who had that RBI base hit in the 4th. And he's got another runner in scoring position here. Seems like every time they need a run, when he steps up to the plate, it's Mr. Anderson for you Matrix fans out there. Now let's see if he can get another ribby. Keep Calvary in the ball game. Try to knot things up here in the 6th with Samra in scoring position. Breaking ball lands on the inside corner on the front door for a strike, and it's 0-1. Another one a little bit low that time to even things up 1-1. So crucial at bat right here. Live arm on the mound for Brookstone. Mr. Clutch at the plate for Calvary. Down low below the knees, 2-1 count. Outside corner with the heat to even things up.
Wow. What are you seeing there, Mike? Thoughts?
2 balls, 2 strikes right now. If you're Brendan Neal, you're just coming in with the heat. You just saw Anderson watch that one go by. Goes off speed that time, and Anderson able to time it up a little bit, hits it foul, chasing it down is Kuhn.
That got out of the ballpark.
Yep, went out of play. And he stays alive to keep it 2-2. So Neal tried to go with the breaking pitch that time. Anderson able to catch up to it a little bit. Let's see if we see the heat on the inside corner. And we're going to get time out.
Time.
And Anderson stepping back in the box now.
Big pitch here, Mike.
And he's going to wave at it with a little defensive swing. Doesn't come all the way through, and it's another strikeout. 4th one of the ball game in relief for Brendan Neal. And that'll send us to the bottom of the 6th. It's still Brookstone 2, Calvary 1 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Planet Fitness, there's strength in numbers. The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
Different clubs to do it in. Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody.
Here we are.
And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this, come on.
And it all adds up to one membership. The Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card Spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
Behringer here with Masterwall CEO Steve Smithwick. They're one of our first sponsors. We didn't even know what sponsors were 4 years ago when I was doing this off my phone. Thank you so much, Steve, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Oh, it's something that was needed for so long in the Valley, and me with my history of being a coach and all. Love to support it. You do a great job with that. Even when you were doing it on your phone, it was great.
I appreciate it, man. And again, we wouldn't be able to cover the 50 different high schools and all the different sports without Masterwall and different businesses like yourself. But you're also a coach and now a award-winning author. We have Believer, Bulldog, and Coach. You can get on Amazon right now. You were the winningest basketball coach in Calvary history. What was the mindset behind writing this book?
Well, it's, I kind of treated it as a ministry, and I treat our business as a ministry. I loved what I did as a coach, working with those young guys and trying to set an.
And welcome back, everybody, to A. Ilges Field. It's the NAI G2 game of the week at Brookstone, the GIAA quarterfinals here in Class 4A. We're down to the stretch here, bottom of the sixth.
To Jack Hayes in G2 Commercial Real Estate. Thank you to Jack. What a game it's been, Mike.
Yes, it has. Still been a pitcher's duel. A little flare out there by Jake Griffin in the left field. Coming in is Hilton. Makes the grab. One pitch, one out here in the bottom of the sixth.
Stone, he's pitched fantastic today, man.
Yeah, he has. He's done a great job. He's had to battle out of a lot of bad scenarios on the base paths, a couple of jams here early in the ball game, but just giving up the 2 runs. And Brendan Neal scoring both of them as he's reached all 3 times. That's one of the things you want to kind of keep from happening here in the sixth. You've got 8-9-1 due up. You already got Griffin out. Now you got Kelly with Gray Jones on deck.
I thought you said Brandon Nail. It's Brendan Neal. I'm kidding.
I got a little bit of country, but it ain't that bad.
Vidalia, not Vidalia.
Or if you say, you got to say it with just a Y in there, Vidalia.
Vidalia.
Little breaking ball popped up in the air, coming in forward as Osborne, tracking back, and then coming in, calling off the second baseman, Smith. So we got 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the sixth.
And this is the thing that we were talking about with Fitz. It's not overpowering stuff, but like Lowry, with so much movement, he gets him to put it in play. He doesn't ever really have a ton of strikeouts, but defensively, Calvary's been lights out here today.
Yes, they have. They've been great defensively right now. And another swing and a miss by Gray Jones. Gray Jones 0 for 2 in the ball game. He's grounded out to short twice and been hit by a pitch.
And it's funny that I say he doesn't overpower. I have overpowering stuff, and he's overpowered right there.
Does a good job of mixing pitches, especially for a 10th grader to come out there on the mound.
And then you got the vice versa with Neal, who's just throwing straight 90 miles an hour, 92.
Another breaking ball that time. Skied into short center field. Coming in forward is Ellison. He calls everybody off. Makes the grab on the run. Loses the hat in the process. And 3 up, 3 down go the Brookstone Cougars as Calvary down to the last 3 outs as we head to the top of the 7th. It's still 2-1 Brookstone here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Everyone, Thrift Behringer here with Masterwall CEO C. Smithwick. They're one of our first sponsors. We didn't even know what sponsors were 4 years ago when I was doing this off my phone. Thank you so much, C, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Oh, it's something that was needed for so long in the Valley. And me, with my history of being a coach and all, love to support it. You do a great job with that. Even when you were doing it on your phone, it was great.
I appreciate it, man. And again, we wouldn't be able to cover the 50 different highest schools and all the different sports without Masterwall and different businesses like yourself. But you're also a coach and now a award-winning author. We have Believer, Bulldog, and Coach. You can get on Amazon right now. You were the winningest basketball coach in Calvary history. What was the mindset behind writing this book?
Well, it's, I kind of treated it as a ministry, and I treat our business as a ministry. I loved what I did as a coach, working with those young guys and trying to set an example and point them in the right direction, and kind of do the same thing with business. So, you got to build it with a lot of good people around you, the right support group, and once again, I call it a ministry because that's the way I see it.
You can get this award-winning book right now on Amazon, and it's going to tell the whole story of C. Smithwick from being an award-winning coach and a Hall of Famer and having the court named after him and then building this incredible business. I can't wait to dive into it, Coach.
Good. Hope you enjoy it. It's about never giving up. So that's what a coach needs to know. It's what an entrepreneur needs to know.
The name of it is Believer, Bulldog Coach, right now on Amazon. And thank you again to C. Smithwick and Maxwell for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Thanks for having me.
And welcome back, everybody. It's the 7th inning. Let's see if Calvary can try to knot it up here in the top half. If not, Brookstone trying to come away with game 1 win. Brendan Neal on the mound. This will probably be the first time we're thinking this year where he's eclipsed 2 innings in relief. So he'll come in. Let's see if he can try to finish 3 innings in relief for the Cougars. We got 7, 8, 9 due up for Calvary. Starting things off, it'll be Brady Reed, the third baseman. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game as he's grounded out to second and struck out looking in the 4th. As the student section getting involved a little bit more here now, knowing what's on the line. And Neal throws the first one low and in to Reed for a 1-0 count. Calvary just hoping to get to the top of the order. That one's going to be poked out to first base, line into the glove. Another defensive swing that time by Reed.
And they've been doing that a lot, it seems like, with Brennan, just trying to get any type of bat on it, and that affects their swing. And now here comes number 34.
Jace Smith.
You know about Jace.
Oh, yeah. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Reached on an E6 that ended up chasing Luke Lowry out of the game. And he was hit by a pitch. So he's reached twice today. Neither one of them via the hit, but reached twice regardless. Swing and miss for the first one, 0-1. And High Cheese makes it 0-2, and he's in the hole. That's one of the things we've seen from Brendan Neal today, relying on that slider a little bit early in the count. And that's what caused that last little half swing by Reed. Off the plate with the waist pitch, and it's now 1-2. Trying to get him to chase, he didn't. And he's going to chop that one foul behind him to stay alive and spoil a good pitch to keep it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on base and 1 down here in the 7th. Jay Smith trying to keep this game going as they're down to their last 2 outs. Off the plate to even it up 2-2. Let's see if Neal has the arm to make it through. We know he has the arm and it's electric. But like I said, he's not had to throw that many innings this season, especially in 1 outing. So let's see if the velocity can stay up through 3. In the dirt, runs it full now to Jay Smith. So we get a payoff pitch here. Neal throwing from the stretch with nobody on base. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 5th one.
Massive strikeout, Mike.
Yes, 5th K in relief.
Absolute massive.
That's going to send us down to the 9-hole hitter and today's pitcher, who's gone all 6 innings for Calvary so far. Fitzstone, the sophomore, steps up to the plate with nobody on and 2 outs. Can he help himself?
Can Fitzy keep him alive in this game 1?
First pitch strike from Neal, 0-1. As Stone needing a base hit and reaching base to help himself out here and get back to the top of the order for Calvary. Swing and a miss, send us now 0-2. Off the plate, 1-2 count now to Fitzstone.
Wow, wow, wow. 1-2 here, Mike.
Yep, down to the last strike is Calvary. And that's going to be it right there as he watches that one cross the plate. And Brennan Neal sends Brookstone to a victory here in game 1 of the best-of-3 series. Game 2 will be tomorrow at 12 as both teams will get ready for their senior lunch or senior dinner tonight. But great game regardless. Again, we expected it coming in. The entire regular season series was a tight one with 5-3 ball game, 3-2, 3-2. 2-1 today, another pitcher's duel as Luke Lowry started for Brookstone. Brendan Neal ended it. Fitzstone went the distance for Calvary and was able to take the L that time, but not due to any fault of his own there. Did a great job on the mound, just couldn't get the hits when they needed it. As Coach Mathis, playing the strategist, with 1 on in the 5th, decided to bring Neal in early in the ball game. And speaking of Neal, that's going to be our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. Number 4, Brendan Neal, who came in with 3 innings in relief, 6 strikeouts to get the save. Also went 1 for 1 at the plate as he reached all 3 times, scored both runs today for Brookstone to give them the 2-1 victory. And Brendan Neal, our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. Brookstone again moves up to 23-5 on the season. Calvary drops to 18-16, but we'll see another one here tomorrow as it'll be game 2 of the series. Let's see if Calvary can knock this one up and force a game 3 or if Brookstone advances to the semis in GIAA. I'm Mike Frost for Thrift, Behringer, and Mazzani. As we'd like to thank our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Coca-Cola Houston Clinic, and Mike Hostelo. And we'll be ready for you next time here. We'll see you on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.